All right, welcome back. We're about to have another conversation, but we still have some messages here from the previous conversation that we just had with the midwife. And this message is from Gregory Latte. A woman is like a portal for life. She gives her body to allow new life to be brought into the world and should be treated much better than they are now. I can't possibly understand how people treat pregnant women and women who experience miscarriages badly. I agree with you, Gregory, especially that community. We need to look into that community. And women actually go through a lot to bring new life into the world, but when this ends up the way, they barely get needed support. Yes, and as women, we have to take it upon ourselves to advocate for women, support prior to pregnancy, during pregnancy, after birth, and especially when there is pregnancy loss. I agree with you, Drew. Thank you so much for these messages as we stand together with women who have actually lost pregnancies or infants. Right.
All right. Yeah. Well, it's time for us to have another conversation, and this time we are going to be talking Peja. Yes, Peja is a literary festival, and as you can see, the gentlemen who have joined us on the set this morning are here to talk about Peja Festival. It's going to be happening from the 18th to the 21st of October, and right here joining me on the set to help us to get into the conversation is Dr. Akwe Jackson. He is a creative director for the festival, and then we have the festival director, Dr. Martin Egbelewogbe. Gentlemen, you're both welcome.
Thank you
How
very
you doing?
much. Well, quite well. Actually.
Yeah, that's good. Now, some of you may know Dr. Egbelewogbe already from his voice. It's a very iconic and distinct voice. You hear him on Sundays on the Writers Project, and so tell us about Peja itself. And it sounds like a word I know.
It is a word you know. It is a word you know because we took it from an Edinkra symbol. Yeah, Peja, and the symbol is for the flint that is used to strike a light.
Okay.
Yeah. So the idea is we wanted to ignite the interest in literary works, so the whole idea is ignite passion in literature, and so this is going to be the 8th edition of Peja.
Okay.
And so I think that we've come a long way, and the festival keeps growing bigger and bigger. In essence, what it tries to do is to bring writers together, create a forum for writers. So we have a lot of writers coming from all over the world to join their Ghanaian compatriots in talking about their books. But we also have performances, we have art, there are art exhibitions, and then there's the academic talks as well. I think because of this mix, Peja is quite a distinct literary festival because it has all these other things that are embedded in it. So it's a venue for anyone who is interested in books, in literature, in understanding how the publishing industry works to be there. Yeah.
Wow. Now, Dr. Akwe Jackson, you're the creative director for the festival. Talk to us about what this year is going to look like.
Okay, thank you very much. This year, quite like other years, as Martin mentioned, we imagine literature not only as text on a page, but we bring text alive. Okay. And so there's going to be dramatized readings of works, which has been quite a usual feature. Even after the headliner event, there's going to be a major dramatized reading. Okay. There are performances and art installations that speak to the text, but also sort of invite text from the audience. So there's going to be participation. Okay. There's going to be things for people to see, things for people to think about, and things for people to discuss.
Yeah. Dr. Martin, you actually said earlier that this event is for everyone. When you mean everyone, do you mean kids can also, is it kids friendly?
Yes. So the way the festival is structured is that we are going to put in almost 70 events in the 3D. Yeah. So every hour during the festival, we probably have between 3 to 5 sessions running. And because of that, we have a dedicated children's corner. So there are going to be many activities, and there are some authors who are going to be reading their works to children. There's actually also going to be an animation session, and then we have for the very young ones space for them to do coloring. There's going to be a stand from the spelling bee folks. So then there's also that people who are interested in upping their game in spelling. The stand is going to be there throughout the festival, so they can join the spelling bee.
Yeah. But why is it important to have this sort of festival here?
Well, I mean, I think the power of reading or writing cannot be underrated. So I think we must, it is our contribution to vamping this love in reading. It is important for a nation to build this love for reading, for writing, for discussing issues in complex ways, and Peja brings a lot of these experiences together.
If I may add to that also, I also feel that the festival is it's actually quite critical in its positioning, in the sense that along the west coast of Africa there are a number of big literary festivals, and Peja is Ghana's response to some of the really large ones in Nigeria, and it is also a focus for writers. And we've seen in the past people come to Peja, and the networking that they are able to do leads to all sorts of really very fantastic things. People have signed literary agents on at Peja, and it's led to big books being published. You know, so it's a really important feature.
Now, who are the collaborators for this festival?
So we have our long-term partners, the Goethe Institute. We've been with them for more than a decade now. And then we have the European Union delegation to Ghana, which is supporting for the third time in a row. We have also support from the British Council and also the Irish Embassy in Nigeria. And they are basically paying the way for people from their countries to come to the festival. So we do have a lot of interest, and I think that what I can see is missing is that we don't have a very robust support from the Ghanaian base, which we really need. I mean, it's a Ghanaian festival, so of course we have to acknowledge definitely the support of media, and ChannelOne and City FM have really been in support of us ever since we started, and we really appreciate that.
And then the Foundation for Contemporary Art is a partner
as well.
Also.
Yeah, and earlier on you talked about headline event. What's the headline event? So who's the headliner? What are we supposed to know?
So the headline event is usually, I mean, the very first one we had when we started was with Amate Edu of blessed memory. But this year we are having a conversation between David Donto and Desmond Abebio. And so this is, I mean, it's on the creative arts, but particularly from the aspect of film and how that also works into the larger scheme of literature. And so it's the big event for Friday. There would have been things in the beginning, the morning, and there'll be a few things after, but the headliner sort of opens the festival. And so everybody is invited to come and listen to these dons of our film and performance industry speak about their work.
Wonderful. So give us the details. When is it happening? Where is it happening again?
So the opening ceremony is from 5:30 on Friday. As Bernard has said, we are running workshops throughout the day on Friday, so people can go and learn how to hold their craft. At 5:30 p.m. Friday, the gates are open at the Goethe Institute, and it's open to everybody. We keep the speeches very short because we want to cut to the chase and start doing the work. And then David Donto is going to be in conversation with Desmond Abebio, who is actually a renowned high life musician. We expect a really very intense conversation between those two, and it's going to be followed by a performance of this a dramatized reading of All the Men in Lagos Are Mad, which is actually a really yes. But I mean, the director for this has made a little quick, a little twist.
On Friday,
yes, and says all the men in Accra are mad. So now we have localized it.
I like that.
So that is going to be on the Friday, and then on Saturday from 10 o'clock to 8 8:30 p.m. There's programming throughout the day. On Sunday, also from 11 to 9 p.m. There's programming throughout the day. So at any point in time, you can come. And the schedule is already online on our website, writersprojectghana.com. And because the events are many, we encourage people to take a look at the schedule, pick and choose, and then come.
Wonderful.
And it's free.
Yes, it's
Absolutely
free.
free.
It's free.
Through the kind support of our sponsors.
Something not to miss is the Kenke party on Sunday.
Oh.
Kinky party on Sunday, what time?
Yeah, the KK party is from 11.
From
Yeah,
11.
yes,
It happens,
sponsored by
it's
Dakpabli Publishers.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
It's a constant feature of
Yeah.
Kinky party,
Kinky.
Sunday,
11 o'clock.
11.
Right after church.
Yeah, right after church.
Drive out of church, no,
Right after church.
heading there. Right, fantastic. Any sponsors you want to mention? You want to say thank
Yeah,
you
so
to?
I've already mentioned, of course, but
Yeah.
then let me go through the Growth Institute, the EU delegation to Ghana. We also mentioned the Irish Embassy in Nigeria. But I also want to acknowledge the fact that we have support from Kimo, Ghana Limited, also C. Voyman, and then Vidya Bookstores. There are also many other people who have supported in amazing ways, and I can't go through the list, but they should know. We thank them. The Ghanaian literary community thanks all of them.
And thank you for coming through, and thank you for organizing this. And for how many years now? 10 years now?
Yes, so the festival is in the 8th year.
This is 8th year.
Yeah.
Wow. For 8 years now, you've been holding this and holding down the fort. Even at a time when it wasn't as attractive
Yes.
as it is today. Yes.
David's book will also be there, so come and see it.
Oh, David, you know, I was going to ask that. I was like, David, why are you not part of this?
All right, let me say a big thank you to you, Dr. Martin Egblewugbe, and also to Dr. Bernard Akwe Jackson for coming through. All right, so we're looking forward to Peja this weekend on Friday, starting on Friday, right through till Sunday. Thank you for watching Breakfast Daily. My name is David Kweku Sechi.
And my name is Chris Carter. We'll come with you. We'll come right here to you with another episode, okay? So do well to stay tuned. Thank you.
Tomorrow morning.